thing I like about me is that I'm nothing.
Lured me out of a great marriage is an insane way to say that you cheated on your husband. That's like shooting somebody and being like, "God, you stole my bullet with your face." And then to be shocked that that dude cheated on you later is insane. It's like, oh, no, I thought you would just cheat for me, not on me. It's like, what do you think, you're special? I know you're lying though, because if you were like, oh, out of a great marriage, it's like it couldn't have been a great marriage if you were in it.
Sometimes I wonder if the dating life was this bad like 20 years ago, because it's like, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. But I really don't understand how any of these men are gonna get married one day, because it's like they always us or like don't want to take us serious at all. Like they just want to be friends with benefits until they're like 40. Like, and I go out, guys. I go out. I go to the gym. I do things outside. I go to school, and I still don't see anybody or meet anybody. So I'm like confused. Like, where those? Where those? Where those?
Don't approach me in public unless I come to you.
Wow.
Or unless I give you an eye. Because one thing about me...
That sounds like the mafia. Like, don't approach me unless I approach you.
You know what? Let me actually stop. Let me stop. I don't actually mind being approached. I don't mind guys that come up to me and talk to me. Let me be really real. Yeah. If you are not tall, sexy, with amazing chat, don't waste your time.
Some of these modern women are literally a nightmare to be around.
No, I just told this guy that I'm about to take a shower. He said, scroll up. You said you just got out the shower.
I seen this post that said, do you ever met a that you knew not to put your hands on? No, never actually. Come on.
If I want to have a kid when I'm 35, I don't have to get pregnant until I'm 34. Oh, wait, but no, I do want to be married for a year before I get pregnant. So I don't have to get married until I'm 33. That's 3 years. That's 3 whole years. Oh, wait a minute, though. I'll need a year and a half to plan the wedding. I'd like to know the guy for like a year, year and a half before we get engaged, which means I need to meet the guy by the time I'm 30.
Unspoken rule, you should know. If you meet a girl and she has a butterfly tattoo, run.
What are your biggest icks?
This is Bobby. This is going to be a big deal. I don't like men with social media. I think it's because yeah, I know. And Bobby has a social media. He be posting. Yeah, you posting.
I just wonder who they think social media is for. Like, men can use social media, but not like that. Use social media how I deem it appropriate for you to use. Be quiet.
Yes, I have a question. Why are men taking up my spot in line at Community Goods to get a little matcha in the middle of the day? You don't need a little matcha. You need to send the file. You need a brewski with the boys later when I'm at my house. These are not men hours. Middle of the day are not men hours. Middle of the day are Pilates princess hours. So please stop taking up my spot in line at Community Goods to order a matcha with almond milk. This isn't your time.
Are there any men left out there in this entire universe that prefers a single mom in her 40s with a natural body?
No, because one thing about me is I will reject so many men because I have standards and then somehow still pick the worst man to ever walk this planet. Like, make it make sense.
Y'all be careful out there getting into a relationship. This was literally me last time I was single. This was me. I had all the cute fits. I looked cute. I'm for real. This was me. I don't even know where any of these outfits are anymore. Something happened. You can tell the moment I even started talking to my man. I know when I started talking to him because I started dressing like this. Hold on. Like, I spent $7,000 on a trip to go to Australia just to wear a t-shirt and sweatpants. That's how you could tell I was starting to talk to somebody and feel comfortable. This was the day he asked me out. This is probably the last time I've ever looked cute in my life. I don't even take cute pictures of myself anymore. I don't know when the last time I had a baddie photo on Instagram is. This is literally what he gets 24/7 now. That's a t-shirt with my cat on it. This is a t-shirt, joggers. I'm trying to plan my birthday fit. I don't have anything but joggers and leggings. I had to order a whole new wardrobe. I don't know where any of my cute clothes went.
I mean, well, you're not looking for men anymore, so this is actually a good thing.
I told you I had a roster, but no one I'm taking seriously right now.
You got a roster.
Yeah.
When you say roster, though, what does that mean?
It means that there are men that I am entertaining that I allow to entertain me for the time being until someone is seriously pursuing me and putting in that effort and taking me on dates and planning dates and things like that. They stay on the roster, and like the one who's putting more effort, they get bumped to like number one, and the one who's putting less effort, they bump to they fall off. So, and then sometimes I have to get rid of my whole roster and start from scratch, and it's exhausting, but it's work.
What's the roster looking like? You got
right now.
How many dudes are on the roster?
Hold on.
Oh no! Don't make her count.
I have to, because it's a new week, it's a new day.
I got you. We're doing some math here.
I would say like a safe number is 5.
Safe number is 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you like entertaining all 5 at like the same time around? Do you think?
Yeah.
Do they know about each other? They don't know about each other.
Say stop. Yeah. Calm. Down.
Voy a vengarme de ese marica. Voy a llenarle el cuello de polvos pica pica. Sufre, amor, devuélveme a mi chica. Te retorcerás entre polvos pica pica. Sufre, amor, devuélveme a mi chica. Te retorcerás entre polvos pica pica.
A few moments later.
I am about to crash the fuck out, okay? I'm about to crash the fuck out online. I'm about to talk all the shit that I've been wanting to say, but I can't. I just wish I was the father instead of the mother sometimes. Like, this is what I have to deal with all day. Like, I'm trying so hard to keep it together, and it's so difficult. People don't understand, and this person is making it even more difficult on me because he literally gets home, oh, I have to go do something, and he leaves off day. Like, did I lay down and make these kids by myself? No, and this is why he's not gonna have his first daughter, because this is why he's not home. Point made.
Really, there are not enough wives to go around. There are not enough wives to go around for the average man. There are more only workers and cam models than there are teachers in this country under the age of 35. And when we look at the average woman, 1 out of 3 has had an, 1 out of 4 has had an, and 90% have been on birth control at some point in their lives. I would argue that it is not always in men's best interest to get married. Imagine, okay, you had to sign, you got a contract, and this contract says that your partner has all of the leverage. And this contract says your business partner is paid to leave you. Yes, they're paid to break this contract, and this business partner will be rewarded for ruining your life financially and emotionally. If we take the religion out of it, because the facts don't care about your religion, I'm sorry, I'm a Catholic, but we have to be honest here, you would never sign that contract. But the truth of the matter is, until child custody laws change, you will not see women act different.
So I was at a bar the other night, and this guy comes up to me, and he's like, what do you think I went to school for? And I'm like, not liberal arts. And he looked really shocked. And I was like, you're clearly a finance bro. And he's like, what? How'd you know that? I'm like, tall, white man, eclectic sweater on, leaning against the bar like this, nursing a beer. Clearly you're a finance bro. You purposely saw me out in a bar so you could be like, what do you think I majored in? And then for me to be like, oh, liberal arts. And you to be like, nope, I'm a finance bro. But you thought I was liberal arts, didn't you? No one thought you were liberal arts. Okay? No one thought you were liberal arts. You look like a finance bro from a mile away. I clocked you the minute you walked up to me. Sorry. Do you guys know that you're not slick? You guys are one of the most identifiable species out there.
Oh, don't let a dog yell like that. Fight back.
Those Jamaican river rafting guys are not the problem. We need to be talking about the women. I've been on the bamboo rafting excursion maybe like 3 times in my whole entire life. And I think that people really focus up on the fact that, oh yeah, well, they are, you know, where they be trying to do this to you, they be trying to do that to you. But they only do that to you if you allow it. And I think that people miss that. Like, and it's just like with any other man. If a man wanna deal with you like that, then he's gonna deal with you like that. So I don't understand why people are focusing more on the fact that these men are, you know, running down on these women, and they not realizing that these women is coming from the US, coming from all other countries to come down there and get cracked open like a can of paint by a random, okay? And I'm not even mad at it, because Jamaican men, they are like that. Like, they are, you know, one of the best people to get your self-esteem up there. Your self-confidence, you could look like they're going to hype you up every single time. My thing is, if you don't allow it and you have a lot of respect for yourself, they will not even try you. You're going to get on that bamboo. You're going to do what you got to do as far as the excursion is concerned. And then you're going to go home safe, sound, and in peace. Okay. They are not going to do anything that that you don't want them to do. I'll say that much.
Unspoken rule you should know. If you meet a girl and her phone screen is cracked, run.
I just be at home and I be like, who is gonna be my husband? Like, I wonder what he looks like. I wonder what race he is. What's his zodiac sign? You know, like, how do we meet? How do we meet? What's our dynamic? Like, do I got like the quiet husband that lets me be crazy? Who is my husband? Who? And I just love him so much. I love him so much. I just don't know who he is. Who is my life partner? Like, and do he know it's gonna be me? Does he know me already? Is he watching me already? Where is he at right now? Where is he at right now? What do you call him?
Are you single? What's your name? Justin? I'm Emma. Yeah. Are you from Oregon? So I went to camp there. I kayaked to San Juan Islands. Actually. Whales and everything. Dustin? Dustin. Can I get a last name? I'll find you. Dustin from Oregon? I missed that last word.
These women getting desperate, resorting to the tactics that they once despised.
All I'm saying is, if I woke up at 4 in the morning to my boyfriend walking up to me and saying, honey, I broke something, can you clean it up? I would go and get my bed. Jokes aside, what in the ever-loving hell is that? I never see her face. I want to know her. I want to know her story. Can you expound upon that, sir? And why is she cleaning up your mess? Sir, if you can't take care of your expensive, unnecessary blue glass bottle of water, you don't get to have your extremely unnecessary, expensive blue glass bottle, okay? Clean it up your damn self. Then I see this girl making him breakfast, okay? And I'm not talking we put toast in the toaster and heated up some microwavable bacon. No. I'm talking we are spreading avocado on whole grain toast and peeling and cutting fruit and making beautiful egg masterpieces of a breakfast at 6 in the morning. And when this is brought to this man, we get no more than a thank you. Sir, if you don't look that woman in the face and say, thank you, I love you, and I appreciate you for doing this for me, and you don't have to because I'm a grown man and I should do it myself. And I'm sure if I did a little bit of research, I would find that there are benefits to rubbing banana peels on your face. But if I came into the bathroom and witnessed such an atrocity as a man playing with his food at 4 in the morning, I would be pissed off. Especially if I just cleaned up his mess and you're sitting in there rubbing banana peels on your... That's just the way it is. Look, I love that you have a routine. I love that you're being productive and you're prioritizing productivity, but sir, if you cannot do it yourself, throw a little more credit her way, okay? You're not making your breakfast. You're not cleaning up after yourself. You're not setting your shoes. Ooh! Y'all have a great day.
Now, if he would have taken her plate, cleaned up, did the dishes, and all that stuff, oh snaps, we love a generous king. We love a king that takes care of you, that puts you in your feminine.
I don't mean no harm. But when I get married, if my mother-in-law gets her black ass on that ground, she will be put into the ground. And you know, if they like it, I love it. But that ain't going down over here. No, sorry.
I honestly think she was looking at him like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get up from here. But I see your point.
I changed my mind today. I used to be one of those girls that said, I will not post a man until I'm married. Oh no. Not no more. I'm posting a man as soon as we make it official. Because not after I just saw this woman just post her man for the very first time. A man she's dating in Houston. And it goes a little viral. The video goes a little viral. And the baby mama comments, if only he would pay his child support. Excuse me? But that's not all. Then there's other women telling their testimony of dating this man, saying run. And you may think, oh, they just hating. Listen, if it's more than one, call it a pattern. Post the man, because when you're dating, you don't know the man. Your friends don't know the man. Post the man because somebody on this internet knows the man. Post the man. Life just got a lot easier. Yeah.
And yet they're still upset with men for asking about body count. Incredible.
There are 1000% more pretty women in this world than there are like hot guys. And you know what? Because guys are going to be like, well, y'all can like cake up your face and like get filler and Botox. Valid. Because we can. Like,
first of all, nobody's a 10. I don't care how you do your makeup. I don't care how fat your ass is, men or women. And this is an unpopular opinion. But the reason why you can't find a man that's attractive is because more than likely he's taken. I'm just being honest. And you just proved the point, really. There is more beautiful women than there is attractive men. But the same things that make you attractive as a woman aren't the same things that women find attractive in men. There's plenty of physically attractive guys, but if they have nothing going on for themselves or they don't meet your mark of lifestyle, they're not gonna be attractive to you. And why are you looking for a man in the club anyway, or the bar? That explains a lot. There's a lot of great men out there you probably wouldn't even give the time of day to. Look in your friend zone. See, the problem is, man, a lot of women nowadays they want the full package. They want the looks, they want the money, they want the lifestyle, they want the social proof. They want everything in a guy, which is rare. If you want that guy, you don't think other women do? And if you have to cake on all that makeup to look attractive or feel attractive, are you really that attractive? Like fresh face, out of the shower, no makeup on, no nothing. How confident would you be in yourself then? Now, I'm not trying to generalize and say that all women go for money, looks, status, and everything else. But the reality is that men and women do not find the same things attractive. Honestly, for us guys, if you're physically attractive and you don't bring any drama to our lives and you're peaceful and you're kind, more than likely he's going with you. Women require so much more than that. And a lot of y'all standards are through the roof. And I can guarantee you, if men and women had the same standards, there would probably be a lot more relationships in the world. Just being honest. Have you ever heard of the 80-20 rule? You just proved it. 80% of women only find 20% of men attractive. So if that's the case, those top 20% of men are going to wreck shop and clean up. And the other 80% of guys, which the guys you're talking about, are completely invisible. Just thought I'd educate you a little bit.
Y'all, I was today years old when I found out. And I mean, in the same way that these things, and honestly, as somebody that's a lover girl, as somebody that's loyalistic and realistic, take loyalty to the heart, I just assumed that it was because I was a woman, like, and there are so many other women like me, and majority of other women are like me. Like, obviously, okay, look, obviously I do, like, exist, like, do be on the low, but very few, these be going, and like, I don't know if it's just because I'm a real ass and I just, first of all, I don't surround myself with that many people, period. But when I did surround myself with people, it was never no West. Like, these don't be lying. These really be going. Oh my gosh. I mean, in the same breath, I don't really feel any type of sympathy though, because these ain't literally. And a lot of the whole ass have stemmed from not being literally. And then it's just like a lot of version of ain't just be, oh, I cheated a whole lot. I wasn't, whatever the case may be. I wasn't all my life. And then I finally settled down and karma spent the block. And I couldn't take what I dish out. So now I'm even more hurt from that one situation. So I'm definitely gonna dog now. Like, no, karma came at you in the ass. But it's just like, damn, it's a lot of y'all. Like, and then the shit y'all be doing, like bro, I just seen a post. It was like, me on the way home after I this homeboy, and it was so many in the comments relating, like, talking about how they be feeling guilty, and like, I understand, like, a lot of this stuff stems from a whole, like, deeper level of trauma, but it's like, you could also just keep your legs closed. I don't know. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but it's like, you could also just, like, keep your legs closed. Or even if you don't do that, you could not the homeboy. I don't know. Like, what is this? In the way that, like, they were basically, like, reaching for sympathy, and it's like, you that homeboy. Like, what are you? We should sympathize with you? But I'm not gonna lie, be on the same. So it's like, can I really even feel bad for it? I don't know. It's just like, as a real ass, when I see some unreal ass, it's just like, damn. Coming from either side. No shade though.
Now, I've never dated a black man. As weird as that sounds, because I always talk about them, I just find it so fascinating, like the life of a snow bunny. I've never been a snow bunny. I've never had the opportunity to be a snow bunny. But I love hearing stories from snow bunnies, and I love telling you guys how you can find snow bunnies. Now, I have a lot of messages on TikTok, on Instagram especially, all about. So I just want to know, have you ever been with one of us, or are you just giving general advice, and where can I find snow bunnies? And I always reply the same things. I thought I'd just do it in a video. I haven't had the opportunity to date one of these people. I mean, look at me. I'm not like a curvy woman. They don't like me. Usually the snow bunnies, they like a curvy and stuff, you know, with large melons, large regions in the back garden. And yeah, that's me. I've never found that they're attracted to me, and so be it. I also like bronze guys, but it's just, I just never had the opportunity.
Are you okay?
I deleted my dating apps 3 days ago, and this is not a joke. I'm actually crying because so much of the swiping is like to make myself feel validation from an outside source that ends up leaving me feeling far more empty. And my person is not on Bumble right now. Like, they're not on Bumble. My love story is better than that. My love story is something magical, and call that some, childhood Disney princess conditioning, whatever. Like, I just know that in my soul that it's going to be grand, and they're not on Bumble. And it's hard. It's really hard to delete them all and then be left with myself and left with that spaciousness.
Wow, you really dodged that bullet. No, it would have been preferable if the bullet had hit me. What actually happened is the gunman took it out, and then he said, I don't think you're worth shooting, actually. He said, I think that we're probably fundamentally incompatible. And I said, no, I can take it. I can handle it. Hit me. He said, let's put this away. Yeah, I'm gonna go. And then he backed away slowly and terrifyingly without making eye contact, because he was scared of what I would do when he turns around. And then I followed him home. Oh.
But I thought you guys said you wanted men to leave you alone. Why would he waste his time approaching you if you don't even want to talk to him?
So one of my issues with you is you seem to never have any problems. You tend to kind of just everything's go with the flow. Nothing ever bothers you. At least you don't say it. And although I feel like we balance each other, at times I have felt like you might be secretly holding all these grudges against me because you just never ever have anything negative to say. And I'm like, I know I'm perfect, but not that perfect. Okay.
I don't like conflict. So to me, it's just like, is it that serious to start something now?
But it doesn't mean we're starting something, because that's with the assumption that in you expressing your feelings, it's going to cause a fight. I feel like in you expressing your feelings, it's going to clarify something and it's going to make us better. And it's going to make me a better partner to you, because I might not notice how something's impacting you because your face is like stone all the time.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I think what he's saying is him going through the silent treatment and, oh, you hurt my feelings even though you told the truth. It's just not worth it.
Why did you get upset at Erica Mina's love tap?
I didn't get upset, to answer your question, okay?
You said Erica Mina's love tap. Yeah. Tell me if she slapped him. Because she tried to handle him like he wasn't no man. Certain things you don't do to a man. Certain things you don't say to a man. And you sure don't get a man in front of public and try to emasculate him and demean him as a man. So that whole situation, she was trying to handle my nephew like he was a weenie.
Who comes first in a woman's life? Dad, husband, baby daddy, or son?
Son?
Baby daddy.
Son? I would hope your son.
Yes, definitely.
I would hope
son.
your child.
Son.
Yeah.
Okay.
First is your dad, then you get husband, then once you have the son, it's the son.
That
Okay.
takes precedence. Yeah.
And the other stuff is out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
other
that's
stuff's
that's
out.
the life order.
Yeah,
Song number
gotcha.
2 is
Once
husband.
you have that son, it's it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Depending on where you are in life.
You gonna keep playing iTag? You gonna holler at your boy? We gonna keep playing iTag? You gonna holler at your boy?
This goes into what most men don't know about women. We're scared of you. You come up and say hi to us, we're having a reaction like, ah! But how we do it is like, right? But underneath that is fear or frustration, because we wanted the guy next to you to pearly chest. That's who I was smiling at. But we didn't know we had to keep smiling at that guy instead of just smiling at him once. If you keep making eye contact with the man, why wouldn't he approach? And this man that most women would think, like, anyone would want him, right? Because it was like Ryan Gosling was materialized in one of our workshops. And he said, if you weren't smiling, and we're like, what? Like, he must know he's hot. So why would he need why would he need encouragement? Well, because he doesn't know. He hopes he is, but he doesn't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ladies, gather around. Ready for a show.
Come on, baby Bubba. Wait in line. Yep.
You want some of this?
I know you do.
Peace.
Bumper and Donald. Hitting it. Hitting it.
I just called my husband and asked him if he wanted a breakfast sandwich because I was getting myself one. And last night I didn't cook. In fact, I don't think I've cooked all week. So I called him just now and I was like, hey, I'm getting myself a breakfast sandwich. Do you want one? He said, no, I don't want a breakfast sandwich. Thank you so much. And then he called me back and he was like, I want you to know that you're doing a really great job. And I know you have such a high-powered, like, high-energy, busy type of career where you're not going to be able to cook all the time. But I want you to know it is not your job to feed me. I'm a grown man. I lived on my own before you. When it comes down to eating, if I'm starving, if I'm hungry, like, I can take care of it and I can take care of you. I want for every woman to experience what that feels like, to have such a supportive partner, a partner who has lived on their own, a partner who is independent, who is not bothered by your success, and who also knows how to help you manage your stress, even if it's just by not adding more stress onto it. That was the nicest thing ever. And honestly, the fact that he even said I was doing a good job as a wife, because I literally have not cooked all week, meant everything to me. Everything to me. Because I literally sometimes I'm like, who let me get married? Like, I'm just doing my best out here. And for him to say, your best is more than good enough, which he says all the time, by the way, was very kind. And I want that for all my girls.
I apologize for knocking on your door this time. I'm not from here. I'm from Culpeper, Virginia. I just moved down here. My Uber put in the wrong address and dropped me off at this address for my friends. This is not my friend's address. I don't know where I'm at. Is there any way I could please, can you charge my laptop so I can order another Uber? I have anxiety. I don't know anything about back here. I just need to charge my laptop. I can order an Uber, sir.
And you're out here by yourself.
I'm out here by myself, sir. By myself.
You know you're in a crack neighborhood.
I'm in a crack neighborhood?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, sir. I'm from Culpeper, Virginia. I'm not from out here. Yes, sir. Jesus Christ. Is there any way you could just take it and just charge it? I will sit on the road. I'm out here myself. I have a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old.
And I actually feel sorry for her, man. But so many things happen that you really don't know who to trust in this world. And then with so many things being said against men when they try to or have tried in the past to help women, I don't know, man. I don't know. What would you guys have done?
Women will say they don't want a relationship if they have to deal with certain things in men. Well, the thing is that men don't want a relationship if they have to deal with certain things in women either. Both men and women can always do better. I'm going to focus today on women. It's not just that I can't cover everything at once or we would be here all day, but I also see women as more disordered than men. It's not just what I think, it's not just what I see by using my 2 eyes, my 2 ears, and some common sense, but it's also in the statistics, and we have to talk about that. So when I say that women are more disordered than others, it's not a perception. It's a reality. It's a fact. It shows up in the numbers. Like, it's so bad that we can actually quantify it. It's not a qualitative issue. It's not about your experience or your perception or what's going on in your world or your circle. We're talking about this is so prevalent that it actually shows up in the numbers. We can quantify how big of a problem this is. We can quantify how different Black women are from other people in this area of marriage and relationships. It's so bad that it's become statistically significant. Like, as in, when we're looking at research, it's like there's something going on here. It's not just a difference, it's a significant difference. There is a big enough difference between Black women and Black men and their outcomes. There's a significant difference between Black women and their female counterparts. There's a significant difference between what Black women are getting and what's going on with other people. So yeah, both men and women can do better, but when we're looking at what's actually going on, the reality of it, women, Black women in particular, are the most disordered of all the disordered people. And as soon, Black women, as that you can stop getting so triggered by the fact, you can actually do something about it. And you're so defensive that we can't even share the numbers with you without, what am I, a pick-me? Is the CDC a part of some conspiracy? Is the National Institute of Health a part of some conspiracy to drag you down? Some anti-Black girl magic thing? Like, what do you... It can't all be a conspiracy, ladies. As a matter of fact, we don't even got to do conspiracies at this point. We don't even have to get fantastical. That's how bad it is. We don't have to make it up. It's actually just right there. We can just read the numbers.
Okay, so this is for all my single people, or maybe my people that have been single and are now in relationships. Like, how are you meeting people? Okay. And girls, like, are you making the first move? Because I got on Facebook dating, okay, last Monday, and it's all right, but I feel like 90% of the people I match with never start a conversation. And that's why I refuse to download Bumble, because I'm not going to be the first to start a conversation. I think the guy should start the conversation. What are y'all's thoughts on this?
I stopped dating a girl because no woman in her family had a man. The men on the internet literally have me flabbergasted. They never cease to amaze me. That's like women saying, I stopped dating a man because his father wasn't in his life, which is, if you're dating Black men, about 86% of them. So this tweet is actually, this is crazy. And the second part is that we have to stop using our family trauma and people in our family as an excuse or as a crutch for you individually not to do better. So what? Nobody in your family ever got married. That don't mean that that's going to be the life for you. So what? Your father wasn't in your life. Are you not going to be a good dad when you have a kid? Like, stop weighing that over people's head. This is your life. You're an adult. Make better choices.
So there was a woman in the comments, Beach Peach, that said, I am really sad. I have to agree with the man, but I can see the point.
This week's story comes from a 35-year-old man who matched me on an app, asked for my number, ghosted me for a week, and then when he came back, he apologized and said he's just focused on serious relationships now.
I thought this was going to be a quiet dinner by myself, but watch me get more and more annoyed as the night goes on. They started me off with garlic bread, which is really good. It was sliced, so that was a little different. I ordered the minestrone soup to start with. The soup was so hot. Y'all see the smoke coming out of my mouth. I also got a sangria. The sangria was good too. I eventually told them, can y'all bring me some pepper flakes, because I'm African and I can't have soup that's not spicy. I would have brought my own peppers if I could. Then eventually I'm like, yo, I finished my drink. Where is my food? It's been a minute.
Lickety split, babe. I was waiting for you to finish that. Did you want another one of these? Or
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, you'll get too full.
Yeah.
He's going to bring out the pasta right now,
Thank you.
okay?
I'm so confused. Out here again with food that's not mine. I'm just so annoyed.
And the main reason why I'm acting like a brat is because this man brought me another garlic bread without my food. So I'm like, I guess I'm just gonna fill up on garlic bread. My food finally came out, so I'm a happy camper now, and it looked so good. So I'm like, okay, they finna make up for this. But by the time I had gotten into this food, y'all, I'm finna devour. I'm going to go in. The thing is, I haven't eaten all day. I pretty much worked out on an empty stomach. I think I just had a banana or something. I'm thinking I'm gonna devour this food in 0.2 seconds. But tell me why I filled up on so much bread. I barely ate anything.
I know we talk about dating a lot, but this video is just to show you that modern women don't care what it is. This is what men have to start noticing. They don't care if it's dating, if it's their parents, if it's a sibling, a friend. A modern woman is going to have a consistent behavioral pattern throughout whatever situation or environment she's in. It's because she's on her worst behavior at all times. And this is just another example of it. She goes to a restaurant, they're taking care of her, and she decides that at some point in time, I need to build a case not to tip. And it's actually the server that's being super rude. Unfortunately, there are people with critical thinking skills in the comments telling the exact opposite. No, you're rude. You need to tip those people. You're complaining about them giving you extra bread. If you wanted to do all of this, just stay at home. But the fact of the matter is, if this woman was at home, where would the attention come from? How would she make content to get her more attention and validation? Unfortunately, this one backfired. She would take this video as a loss and say, you know what, next time I will take this video and move it from this platform over to this platform where the girlies support me no matter what I do. I need more girls in my life.
Bonnie Blue, the woman who recorded herself having copulations with 1,000 different men. If you don't know who that is, then congratulations. But I don't see how you couldn't know who that is at this point. But you didn't have to pay any of those men. Those men lined up willingly. Can you imagine a world where 1,000 women would do the same thing? Where a man could have 1,000 women line up to do the same thing? I don't care who the man is. There's no world where 1,000 women would line up. I don't care who the guy is, and would be down to have her getting it on with him recorded for free. It wouldn't happen. If that doesn't illustrate the nature of men and the nature of women and why things are different, why when it comes to dating and sexual dynamics, why things are different, then I don't know what does. Men are not the prize. Okay? It is not hard to get a man to be attracted to you, to get him to spend time with you, to get him to want you. That's not a hard thing to do. It's hard to get women to do that, which is why men are not the prize. Just let go of that idea. That's never been the way it's been ever in human history. Men have had to dominate and use aggression and violence in order to get women to do the majority of things that we've done for them. Okay? If it weren't for those mechanisms of control, women wouldn't be with men the majority of the time. You have to earn women. If you're not coercing them or controlling them or forcing them to be with you, you have to earn them. That is the way nature works, and that's the way nature always intended it to be. Stop fighting nature and stop spewing garbage.
This is foolishness. Women have already done this. Chris Brown is the most obvious example, and I really don't need to go past that. He's Chris Brown. Imagine what women would do for George Clooney. A woman in the comments was like, oh, it don't count because these are famous men. Okay, you've got degenerate women in the comments saying, well, you know, some might do it for Luigi. Because y'all don't go for the nice guy. Y'all go for the guy who pulls out a tool and takes another man's life. Y'all have done it with Ted Bundy. Y'all have done it with Richard Ramirez. Y'all have done it with Charles Manson and any other degenerate man that has literally out here taken people's lives. So no, we don't have to look further. The only reason that y'all didn't get a chance to do it is because you physically can't. These men are locked in prison.
So I did a previous video just a little bit ago about how a few rotten eggs, especially on the woman's side, have encouraged men to go their own way. Now, there, like I said, are still some good women out there. The thing is, though, is that you can't give her the leverage. Don't give her power, because what happens with power? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So it creates temptation in her to use it against you. So don't marry her, don't move her in, and don't give her kids. Don't give her that power, because once she has it, the temptation to abuse it is too high. But enjoy yourselves, and there's still good women out there. And over time, she'll prove it to you.
He says, you're too old to mold. There used to be a brother running around the Manosphere, on the Manosphere Street, talking about he doesn't deal with women over 25. I think that's a bit young. But the general sentiment is, if you are a woman and you are cute, pretty, beautiful, and or gorgeous, that's 6, 8, 9, and or 10, and you have never been married, there's something wrong with her. 100% of the time, there is something wrong with her. She might be feminine. She is likely beautiful. She may say all the right things, but but somewhere there is a flaw in her mindset. And those are the women who are going to start coming out of the woodwork.
In the park, and they were walking down like the rock hill thing here, and the husband was walking down, and this kid is walking behind him. He's carrying nothing in his hands, and his wife is all the way behind him carrying a stroller by herself, while her husband walks all the way in front of her with nothing in his hands. I almost said something.
Oh my God, Rachel, what a horrific scene that you had to witness. So Rachel, before you deleted a lot of the comments that were disagreeing you, because this is what most of them said before, now when you go and check them, there's a lot more comments that support the idea that she wants. So I'm going to steal a couple of the points that my fellow commenters said. And the number one is, it sounds like equality to me. I made a video recently of a woman asking, I wonder how sexism still exists right now. And I said, a lot of it's honestly because of women. A lot of women don't even realize it, but a lot of their opinions and views on relationships and other things are rooted in misogyny and the patriarchy. This woman would have had no issue, wouldn't have batted an eye if she saw a man carrying a bunch of things and then the woman was over there just texting on her phone. Just said, oh, that's a man's job to go and be carrying a bunch of things. But on the opposite side of that, if a man said, I don't know what this woman was doing, you know, he was over there preparing the food and she wasn't even cooking him anything. She's not a real woman. If you heard that, it would register to you, wow, what a sexist and misogynistic thing to say. These same women that are over here priding themselves on walking and judging a random couple that's walking with their child, same women would be so upset if they applied for their dream job and the company said, listen, we saw a guy who had just as much qualifications as you, but he's a man, so he could take on, you know, more burden of labor. You guys would be like, excuse me, what? But at the same time, what are you implying by saying, oh my God, she was carrying so much stuff and there was a man right there, that's his job to be carrying all those things. I just find it so crazy how girls don't realize the irony of how they just keep reinforcing the patriarchy by saying these kind of comments. Because what you're implying is that a girl doesn't deserve to be doing certain things because she's a woman. She gets extra benefits because of her gender. We're segregating the differences between men and women. So many women want to reap the benefits of equality in all of the scenarios where it benefits them to be equal, but then women, the moment they see something where it's like, oh, that's a little hard. That's a man's job. He should be working. He should be the one paying for the dates. He should be the one carrying all the stuff. Because she literally likes the one comment over here that was agreeing with her. These comments fabricating backstories for a man who carried nothing. Y'all the strongest soldiers for the patriarchy. I don't think either one of these two know what the word patriarchy means, because all that they're asking for is for you guys to treat men and women equally. And you saying that a man deserves to be carrying a bunch of stuff, or inherently is supposed to be doing that, shows that you don't view men and women as equal. You think men are supposed to be doing more laborious tasks than women solely because of their gender. Because more of the story here is, I know you're very proud of yourself because you almost said something, but thank God you didn't, because your opinion is dumb, as always. But that's just my opinion. But hey, what do you think?
Saying something silly and then deleting the comment is crazy. Take accountability for your foolishness.
I'm so sick and tired of seeing people on TikTok blame their kids and blame motherhood for their anxiety and all the stuff that's going wrong in their life. Can we just go ahead and take some accountability as young parents that maybe we picked the wrong people to have kids with? Maybe we were too young to have kids and start out as single parents. Maybe we should have taken time to develop ourselves mentally, physically, and financially before we made that choice. And for me, it's the people in the comments cheering on these people that fail to take accountability. So I'm here to tell you, your kids are not the issue. Motherhood is not the issue. The issue is that you fail to work on yourself the same way you failed to develop yourself before you decided to have children. So let's stop getting on TikTok blaming our kids for our shortcomings.
This video is for men who just want to be like outstanding men in the world. I'm gonna give you a tip of how to be an outstanding man, okay? So if you have a lady in your life that, you know, you hang with, or maybe she's your girlfriend or your wife or your fiance, what you're gonna do is you're gonna, maybe just for one day, watch her little routine that she does, okay? Watch her little makeup or get ready routine, whatever the fuck it is, her shower routine, I don't care. You're gonna see what it is that she's using, and then when she's done, you're gonna go over and you're gonna see what's empty. You're gonna see what needs to be refilled. And then you take a picture of it and you go and replace it for her. Oh my God.
I do want to be an outstanding man. However, I don't want to see stuff like this, or this, or this, or this posted online. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to sit right here and take the time to ask you, what in the heck do women be thinking when they post stuff like this? Like, what? Y'all want men to be so attentive to what y'all got going on. Take a picture of this. Go see that. Go look at this. Go over here. Scramble over there. Make sure you're paying attention to what your woman's got going on. Make sure you're listening to everything that she wants you to do. But when a man says, hey, can you please not post stuff like this? I don't really appreciate it. I don't think you really need to post that stuff. You know, I thought that was exclusive for me. Right? Are you insecure? Tell me that you don't know how to handle a baddie without telling me you don't know how to handle a baddie. This is bad behavior. Listen, you seem like a nice person, but at some point in time, modern women, with all the talk about high standards, they gotta hold themselves to a higher standard that includes keeping your clothes on, bruh.